Face up, Papa J. If Ferraris with a K, niggas trolling on the ground. Manhunt, catch a case. Catch a punk, he gon' lay. I just blew 100K. Eyes blind like Ray. No surrender, press play. Niggas talking like they bout it. Carry guns and never shot it. Niggas acting like they reps around this bitch. Let's run an audit. Cause these bars come with scars. In the jungle, catastrophic. I been riding in the Beamer. Waistline with a rocket. If I hit him in his eye, dummy lose his whole socket. I'm the goal in the set. I'm a trophy, I'm a vet. Treat these hoes like a pet. Cause they fucking on rejects. Ain't nobody drop for money. You on pills and all that lean. 5 bills to get you whack. Asking Cuddy how I feel. Did an interview with Whack. Niggas say I cut a deal. Niggas speaking like they know me. Trying to catch him in the field. Any of my real cronies probably treat him like my rib. If we twinning, it's a shotter. Guarantee you got a wig. Air Forces in the lobby. Big Papa like I'm big. Track Hawk with a chopper. Almost killed a pimp on Fig. Niggas lying like they bosses. Talk about what you and did. Face up, Papa J. If Ferraris with a K. Niggas trolling on the ground. Manhunt, catch a case. Catch a punk, he gon' lay. I just blew 100K. Eyes blind like Ray. No surrender, press play. Face up.
Two people are dead and 6 others injured in a shooting in downtown LA.
It happened following an unofficial after party for the Hard Summer Music Festival. KTLA 5's Aaron Myers live at the scene in downtown LA with the latest details. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning to you both. We know that police went to this party. They shut it down, and then a couple hours later, shots rang out. As you said, 8 people were shot, 2 of them killed. You can see the scene here is active. Officers there in the distance, also a canopy. Now, they do have a large area blocked off near East 14th Place and Griffith for this investigation, and it was a very chaotic scene earlier. Take a look. Video shows people running down the street, police trying to put up crime scene tape as many flee the area. 2 people also seen down on the ground, one in the middle of the street not moving. Police say around 11 p.m. they saw a possible armed individual go into a party. Officers did shut down that party and say one person was detained for possession of a firearm. About 2 hours later, they came back to the same area for a shots fired radio call. And an infight does show an after party happening in the area last night on the 1200 block of Paloma Street. It appears to be an unofficial after party for the Hard Summer Music Festival that happened this weekend. At this time, we can't confirm the party was related to the shooting, but there was a large crowd blocking the roadway near there. Multiple ambulances arrived at the scene, the injured on stretchers. Police were also seen helping one woman who appeared to be bleeding on the back of her leg. At one point, police formed a skirmish line, also marking the area for evidence where it looks like bullet casings were found. Now detectives are handling the investigation. The LAPD telling us what that investigation would entail.
Still need to canvass the area, speak to witnesses, try to locate any additional evidence of what exactly occurred. We don't know at this time what triggered this incident. Nevertheless, we're going to do everything possible, to make sure that this is a thorough investigation.
And at California Hospital, a large crowd was spotted outside. It's believed some of the injured were taken there, some by ambulance, some self-transported. Once again, police say 8 were shot, a man died at the scene, and a woman at the hospital. Of the injured, at least one person was critical and undergoing surgery. Now back here live, as for a suspect or suspects information, that hasn't been released at this time. Anyone, though, who knows anything or who was here last night is encouraged to contact the LAPD.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Aunt Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. Press that button, and if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Aunt Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topic is Set Days. Yesterday was my hood day, being that I'm from A-Trey Gangsters, and Y'all know how it go. 8-month third day. August 3rd. So also, another community shares that day in the 8 Hoovers. And whatever number is an 8 around this world. Y'all know how it go. Depending on what street you pushing, will be your hood day. If it's 52nd, May 2nd. You know what I'm saying? If it's 6/6, June 6th, and so on and so on. So however, last night, the Hoovers, I guess, had their hood day. 8 Hoovers had a hood day in a downtown area somewhere. And when hood days come, people are rarely thinking about protection. They thinking about the celebration, about to get the shirts airbrush, about to look fresh for the set, who popping out to the set date, who I'm about to hit tonight, how much fun I'm about to have tonight, how much drugs I'm about to consume tonight. So for me yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, it was like any ordinary day. And it was supposed to be a special day to celebrate and rejoice with the comrades. But due to technical difficulties, my way, from things that's been transpiring and happening, I didn't feel the need to party. I didn't feel good about partying. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to stand on straightening. It should have been some straightening that should have been done before anybody thought about celebrating, shaking booty, or even thought that was a good idea. So, however, that's what my mind frame was yesterday. But I did allow myself to go out, get me a pair of shoes, and get a few other items, you know what I'm saying, to put on. But it really didn't matter, because regardless of what I put on or where I showed up to, if the energy wasn't right or what it was supposed to be, some reckoning was going to be had. So, however, as last night transpired, some things took place. If you know, you know. If you was there, you was there. Don't need to even speak about that, you know what I'm saying, because I stand on that. However, we leaving the day celebration, the night celebration, last night after the police kicked and made people exit due to some technical difficulties. I get in traffic on my way, about to go to the house. And on my way to the house, I got a phone call that the Hoovers had their hood day shot up and asking us, or me, was I straight? So, you know, I explained to the person that me, and as far as the other comrades about the community and our head counts are good, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't our hood day, you know, we didn't know nothing of it. We was just finding out for ourselves. So from there, I got a call. Shout out King Henry. If you know, you know. The old King Henry. Shout out them. They've been trying to get in contact with me for the last past month and a half, and I ain't really had time to pull down on the parties and or the owner. But last night when I was on my way home, my boy Breeze tapped in, and I was finally able to put up on him, make the introduction, and you know he showed love and rolled the carpet out. So you know, if you know, you know about that King Henry back open under new management. Go through there, check that thing out. But however, I don't want to hold you guys any longer. We about to get into this audio, you know what I'm saying? And you already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We gonna commentate. All right, so y'all heard the audio for y'all ears. Y'all seen it with y'all own eyes. Now, let me say this first and foremost, because this is a sensitive situation, and when it comes to sensitive situations, you know what I'm saying? But if I cover something that's put out here on YouTube that's sensitive, it's no disrespect at all, you know what I'm saying? And as well, rest in peace to anybody that was hurt and suffered any injuries. Now, I just caught something as I was doing this reaction that the news said what they said as far as, you know, the Hard Rock Party. So, if that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm not here to debunk that or say different. Y'all see what my title is titled, and it's titled that because that happened, and I'm under the impression this segment that I'm covering is that. And as well, I've seen people inside the chats saying that's why I don't go to People Hood Days. And that's what really made me do this segment, because I could have been dropped the segment last night and had it uploaded for 6 in the morning as I've been doing with earlier content, but I really wasn't gonna cover this content. And then I seen the post of what happened in the comments saying, see, that's why you don't go to People's Hood Days. And that's what I was kind of on, like, bro, people will come together to put a party together, or go, as I like to call it, to shake ass. And during times before, when it's time to pitch in money for things more seriously, nobody's nowhere to be found. But you can find everybody for a party. You can see everybody on their stories for a party. And I just don't understand that. But I guess this is the way in which gangbanging is going. But I'm not in acceptance of that. Nor am I in the streets gangbanging, because gangbanging that's going on now, boy, I'm not with none of that. However, back to this story. So, from my understanding, if this is the situation, which I think this is the situation, because we ain't heard of no separate shootings in downtown. But as I said, moving along, I got the call and I was told that a woman was shot. But this woman who was shot, she has offsprings, grown human children that are out of the Hoover community. But they say this woman is out of the 9-0s. And this is the woman that was shot. And I'm not here to play detective. We don't know who did the shooting. We ain't blaming the shooting on nobody. It is what it is. I don't know who the Hoover's business. I don't know who the Hoover's beefing with. The Hoover's beef with a lot of people. And I'm saying it could have been anybody. So I'm just speaking that I'm not here to place the blame. But that comment which made me do this segment, and that situation of me hearing who got shot, I was just like, whoa, that's crazy. Because just imagine you being from a hood that rivaled the hood day that you went to, and then that hood day happens to get shot up, and you be the one that gets shot and be unalive. It's a cold game out here, and I felt that comment 10 times and tenfold over, because that's how I felt at a point in time about almost 4 or 5 years ago. I was at the homies function, and some things that took place with them and some other guys that we are not at odds with or don't have any beef with. And as I always say, and people don't pay attention, you can't tell nobody how to handle disrespect or tell nobody how to mourn. So these two had a situation. A week later, we go to these guys' hood day. This guy's Hood Day is shot up in a haul of bullets. I'm laying on the floor stretched out because I'm at the dice game thing. I'm like, oh my God, like this is crazy. Like, what's going on? You feel me? But however, people hopped up, with some shots exchanged, fired back. Luckily nobody got killed that night, and these dudes had choppers, but people were hit and injured. And that had me for a long time sour on going to other people's community days or hood days, because I was like, dang, what if I would have been the one that got hit by a straight bullet and been on somebody's obituary? And this is not even my hood day, although these are homies, but this can happen in your own hood or at your own hood day, to be a casualty from a bullet that struck you from a gang that you don't even beef with or is cool with because they had odds with another. So it definitely be funny out here. You got to put precaution on your life. And for dudes who have got upcoming hood days, got to be more careful. Like, and put security on that hood day, because y'all know how these broads is. If somebody got the drop, these broads is messing with different ops, opening them legs, letting one op hit, let the other op hit, putting them off from one op to the next op, whichever one she like the best or giving her the most time. She's giving information to. Oh, I know this dude. Hey, I got the drop on these dudes. Hey, I know what Whoopty having a hood day at. And I'm pretty sure that's probably how the situation went. Or it could have been somebody passing by. Downtown is not a safe location, and a lot of people been going down there to have their hood days, and I don't even think that that's a good look, you feel me? Because a lot of people have their hood days down there, and a lot of people go downtown. And I think that could have just been an old-fashioned somebody passing by and was seeing shirts hit up and seeing all that orange. It was like, oh yeah, it's D3ad Hoover Day. Are they down here? And then, from there, all she wrote. But like I said, man, y'all having these hood days, just parties or whatever, man, and it's a flyer, make sure safety is first. Make sure safety is first. With that being said, I'm going to conclude that right there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. And press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Lose his life because he didn't know how to control his emotions. Cuz you fuck around, lose your emotions in the moment, cuz, and it'll cost you your motherfucking life, nigga. Or your motherfucking freedom. Temporary emotions, cuz, it'll cost you your life, nigga. Message of the day. Control your emotions.